You can dance in the kitchen. We don't miss our big home. We don't miss all the big bills that go with a big home. You get in a space and you learn how to adapt in that space. It just almost feels like the house is hugging you. We looked at a lot of tiny homes, and one thing that not all of them had that this house had, I'm gonna show you that next. We're all about tiny house living, and we tell everybody about it, and we love it. The relationship building, the memories, that's what makes you happy, not your stuff. Hi, I'm Christa. Come check out the tiny house. This is our living room. And when we first came in, we noticed how light and bright it was in here. We love that it has the high ceilings. It has 13-foot ceilings throughout the house. Lots of windows, which we think is key to living tiny, at least for us, because even though it doesn't add square footage, you feel like the space is bigger. We did get some new furniture. It was a blast to decorate. And the thing about here, I've already redecorated. It's very easy to, if you change your mind, we've already gotten another couch and new rug. We redecorated some things because it's a small space and you could do that. We actually like this living room better than our 2,300 square foot house because it just feels more cozy and you're together more. It just almost feels like the house is hugging you. It really does. I mean, we just feel better in a smaller space. Everyone else does too. I mean, people come in, they sit, and they enjoy being in the space. We have a lot of company, so I like to have a lot of seating. It's perfectly fine for us. And we've had 7 people in this house when we had a hurricane over the summer. And we had 5 people in here sleeping, and we were fine. And we did that for a couple of days. So you can't box yourself in and think, oh, I can't have company and I can't have people spending the night, because you can. And you're comfortable doing it. And actually, when our company was our son and daughter-in-law and grandson and bonus grandkids, when they left, we actually missed them being here. We like to have a full house. And so tiny living doesn't hinder that for us at all. And now we're just a couple of steps away from our kitchen. So let's go look at that. Welcome to our kitchen. And when we first looked at the tiny house, I was a little apprehensive because we were coming from a really big kitchen. But as you live in the space and you learn how to adapt and make everything very efficient, very around, it's a lot better, really. And I actually love this kitchen now. I use the island as a workspace and as a dining table. The sink is very great. It's a farmhouse sink and it's really deep, and I like the faucet, is very handy. It has plenty of storage. We have storage up above with the cabinets and below, and then our island has storage. Everything you need. You don't have to have 30 cabinets in a space to have an adequate kitchen. And that's what we've learned. You get in a space and you learn how to adapt in that space. Okay, here we are on the other side of the kitchen. We have a full-size fridge, which works very well. In fact, better than the big fridge, fancy fridge at the other house we lived in. This one, we're 2.5 years. It's going good, keeps the food cold, main thing a fridge needs to do. We have a pantry, perfectly adequate, and we have some storage down here for, you know, bags and that. Our little grandson loves to get in here. I usually put his chips down here. He can get to them real easy, and he loves it. So it's all very accessible and very adequate. No problems with the utilities. We picked this model and we chose it without the loft. We looked at several with the loft, but what we wanted high ceilings throughout, which this has. We wanted more space in the living room because the stairway to the lofts, they encroach on some of the living space. And so, you know, it's whatever you want. Everyone's different, has a different, you know, idea. It is an extra room when you have a loft, so a lot of people go for that. What was most important to us was to keep the 13-foot ceilings throughout the whole house, because it just makes it feel so much lighter and brighter and airy. In 2018, we lived in a 1926 bungalow, and it was a small house. And we raised 2 boys and had our dog in that house. It was under 1,100 square foot, so we were used to a small space. We lived there for over 20 years. But my husband worked far away, and so we decided to move closer to his work. December 18, we bought a big 2,300 square foot brick house just a few miles away from his work. The big house never felt like home, even though it was beautiful. And then in 2020, we fell on some financial hardship, so we started really rethinking the big house. My favorite coffee shop is, I had to pass the community, tiny house community, to go to the coffee shop, so we kind of saw it up and coming. We felt like God was leading us here, and we came and looked at the houses and loved them. So we sold our big brick house, paid cash for our tiny house. It was right at about $100K, and we've never looked back. We don't miss our big home. We don't miss all the big bills that go with a big home. Especially when you're having hardship, you feel like that house is heavy. It's on you. You know, I just felt like I was carrying that house on my back. This is a freedom. It's easier. It's less money going out. You can travel. You're about making memories and not about accumulating stuff. We're all about tiny house living, and we tell everybody about it, and we love it. Here we are in the restroom. Funny story right off the bat. This mirror is so perfectly placed that for 2 months, my husband and I did not know it was a medicine cabinet. In fact, I had wanted another mirror, fancier mirror, and he was in here showering one night and called me, and I came in and he said, "Chris, this is not just a mirror, it's a medicine cabinet." We were all excited because we had more storage. And anybody that lives in a small space, storage is a big deal. So, yay for the medicine cabinet mirror. And then we have more storage here. We have this upper cabinet, and we use this for overflow for towels, and little water heater lives in there. And then we got this holder for towels. And this is really, really efficient because you can put your towels here and then just open the door and grab your towels out. You learn when you live in a small space to use the wall space for shelves, hooks, things like this, and it's more storage. The shower we love. We did upgrade the doors. We got something a little more heavy duty. Since there's 2 of us coming in and out, we take lots of showers. And then we got a new, the handheld shower. So it's fine. I don't even miss my bathtub. And I thought I would, and I don't. It's perfectly adequate. And again, we have a lot of light coming in with the windows, 13-foot ceilings in here. So even though it's a small restroom, you feel like it's bigger than it is. The lot rental is about $725. Now that includes your water, they do the garbage pickup, they take care of your lawn, all the amenities, the pool, the hot tub, the weight room. So it comes with a lot. So really all we have is a light bill. And the light bill, my last light bill was $69. So who has a $69 light bill? Great, because that big house had a big light bill. So we love it. We love the community. We all come from different backgrounds, but we're like-minded in that we've all went tiny. We love looking at each other's place and seeing the decoration and all of that. It's just been great. It's been nothing but positive for the last 2.5 years that we've lived here. We're now in the bedroom, and we were a little concerned because it's smaller, and we did get a smaller bed just to be able to accommodate my makeup area. And then the bed, it's a full-size bed, totally adequate for us, and we have pull-out drawers on either side for our night clothes and things, which makes it real easy and accessible. Like the rest of the house has a 13-foot ceilings, and the windows, where the light comes in and we can actually see the trees behind. It's really nice, makes you feel like, you know, brings the outdoors in. And then this door, it opens up directly from like the kitchen pantry area. And we used it for more storage. I got a shoe tree here and I put my shoes there. That's helpful, but like I said, you have to take advantage of, you know, your wall space, your door space, different things. We got hooks for things. And the longer you live in a small space, the more you adapt and you see what you need, what you don't, what you could do without. And it just makes it easier and easier. We love the bedroom. It's very cozy, and we kept this light in here and very white, and we're perfectly happy in this little room. We looked at a lot of tiny homes, and one thing that not all of them had that this house had, I'm gonna show you that next. So here's our walk-in closet, which was another reason we chose this house. It has a place for, as you can see, the washer and dryer combo. And then you walk in, plenty of space. We have a shelf down here. We have shelves up here. We even have windows, but you can't see them because we got a lot of stuff in here. This also doubles as our grandson's playroom. We keep his little toy box in here. It's perfectly great, and not all of them have the walk-in closet that you can close off when you have your washer and dryer on. You don't want to hear it. But what I love is that when you take the clothes out of the dryer, boom, you know, you got your hangers. Our other house had it all the way across the house. Now, here. It's great. Very, very efficient. Welcome to the porch, my favorite room of the house. It is a very large porch, which is one of the reasons we got this particular model. It's a Platinum Cardinal. It is a 10 by 15, so very large and spacious. Plenty of room for lots of furniture. We have our settee here that I chill at, read, drink my coffee, and the swing, the egg swing, everybody loves that. We have 2 more rockers. We have a lot of company, so we like to have plenty of places for people to sit. We recently screened in the porch, which is a game changer in Texas because in the summertime, the mosquitoes will tote you off and you don't have to put up with any of the bugs. This is just a beautiful way to enjoy our neighbors and interact, and it's a great outdoor space. What we've learned about going tiny is that obviously you don't need all the things you think you need, but it's more about, you know, the relationship. In the big house, you're more separated. My husband and I, Kenny and I, like he'd be in the garage and I'd be, you know, in the other room or he'd be in his music room, and, you know, there was a lot more separation. Here, you're together more, and that really makes you closer. It has us. It's a way better lifestyle, I think, because stuff doesn't make you happy. You make each other happy. You know, the relationship building, the memories, that's what makes you happy, not your stuff. Yeah, let me get my phone. I have my phone off. Make sure he ain't trying to call. He did. Can I call him real quick?
Well, let me tell you what, man. We had a nice house before this one, and it was big, all these different, you know, spaces. But it comes to show that, man, you don't need all this stuff. Any man out there, I'm telling you, check into it, look at it. It'll make your life so much easier.
Yeah, less is more, right? Less is more?
Less is more, that is correct.
Thanks for stopping by. If you want to keep up with our tiny house journey, we're on Instagram at 2 Texans Tiny House.